Okay. So good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining this today's panel discussion on prospect of AI in the different industries. Now we all are living in a what is referred to us as a bunny world. Bunny means brittle, anxious, non-linear, and incomprehensible world, which is a fitting description to the turbulence and unpredictability that we face today. Now, a few years back, we used to call it as a VUCA world, which is volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous world. Now, the point is whether it is a bunny world or a VUCA world, ultimately it boils down to the same thing that we are in a world of constant disruption where change is the only constant. Now, as a human being, we all have grown accustomed in adapting. Now, the disruption brought by the artificial intelligence is something different than the disruptions that we have seen in recent past. Now, it is something different. It is something unprecedented and never seen before. The previous disruptions that we have seen earlier, those were more deterministic nature. At least we could predict some of the things. But here it is becoming more, right? Earlier it was more deterministic and now it is more probabilistic that we do not even know what is going to come, right, in the next day. Things are changing so fast. So that's the reason it is very important for all of us to embrace this paradigm change and see that how the things are evolving and what is there in store for all of us. Now, AI is making a lot of promises. It is going to optimize the change. It is going to optimize the process. It is going to bring in a lot of competitiveness, etc., and many more. But whether those are really a promise or a fake or hype, that is yet to be tested. Still, the customers, what we have seen, are really skeptical about embracing AI, even though they are understanding it has got a lot of potential, but they are really skeptical about various areas that we would like to hear from our esteemed panelists. Now, without further delay, I would like to introduce our esteemed group of panelists here. So let me start with Mrs. Dola Pal. So she's a delivery partner in TCS with a specialization in the life science and the healthcare. And she's having around 22 years of experience and has immense knowledge on how AI is evolving in the life science and the healthcare area. So welcome Dola to the discussion. Now next in line we have got Kaustubh Dash. He started his career as a financial expert, but he always had a kind of knack or passion towards travel, tourism, nature, etc. And we all know that whenever the passion meets the profession, it can produce a magical result. So Kaustubh is not an exception to that. So he actually came out of his comfort zone and founded his own organization, dream organization, Dreamscape Holidays. And since then, there has not been any looking back. So he has really made a place, right, both in the domestic as well as the international, right, circuit. So welcome Kaustubh Dash for this discussion. Next, we have one of our respected speaker, right, Dr. Debatri Chatterjee, and she's a senior scientist in DCS, right, with over 20 years of experience. Her work focuses on physiological signal processing for human cognition and behavior sensing. So she holds more than 30 granted patents across India, the US, and UK market, and she has published over 100 papers in leading Tier 1 conferences. So it's a privilege and honor for all of us to have her in this forum. Welcome, Debatri, to the discussion. Now we go to Amitesh Bosu, right, another delivery partner from TCS, and he's having around 25 years of IT experience supporting various clients in different geography and industry with a clear specialization on the utilities area. So we would like to hear more from Amitesh on those areas. And finally, we are coming to Kaustubh Bhattacharya, right? He's having around 27 years of rich experience in the pharmaceutical marketing. He's currently serving as a senior regional manager. His extensive field experience spans across pan-India, ranging from major metro cities to the remote rural areas, giving him a deep understanding of the diverse market and the promotional strategies. And last but not the least, I'll be facilitating this conversation. My name is Shubho Pal. You all can call me Shubho. I have around 22 years of experience as a right managing, delivering, and transformation strategies. Uh, right, I have with a specialization to the enterprise agility and agile strategy transformation. So without further delay, right, let's welcome our first panel, Mrs. Dola Pal. So Dola, you are representing TCS as a delivery partner for the life science and the healthcare industry. So before I directly go into the question, I would like to set a little bit of context out here. Now, AI is reshaping the life science and the healthcare by accelerating research, enhancing diagnostics, and enabling more personalized and predictive care. In this panel, we would like to explore how AI is driving innovation across the healthcare value chain, from the labs to the clinics to the patient outcome. Now, you have been dealing with various clients in your respective area. How are you seeing the AI is evolving in this life science and the healthcare? What are the areas you are seeing prospect where AI can really bring in a lot of value? Over to you, Mrs. Pal.
Thanks, Shubhabroto, for sparkling this conversation about the role of AI in industries today. It is a vital topic that definitely affects all of us, and it is definitely worth the discussion. And very nicely, you have set the context. So, coming to healthcare, I think artificial intelligence is significantly disrupting the life sciences and healthcare industry by bringing in a predictable, efficient, and more personalized approach to treatment. Healthcare, as you would know, it is a data rich, data ripe industry, and very apt for the deployment of artificial intelligence. So the intervention of AI in transforming healthcare through enhanced medical research, I mean, has been very positive. And there are several areas, if you may ask, where artificial intelligence has been contributing and is able to add a lot of value. Right. So, if I may call out a few: diagnostics and personalized treatment, which you just referred to, right? So, AI is able to analyze, the genetic, clinical, and life sciences data, and is able to create a more customized treatment plan, which is tailored for individual needs. The AI algorithms, particularly the machine learning, they are able to analyze a vast amount of such data, and are able to identify the patterns, right? And thus are able to, I mean, any kind of patterns from the patient records, from medical images, from genomic information, right? And they are rightfully able to predict such outcomes with greater accuracy. So we are able to see that, how AI is able to bring in a more customized treatment plans for patient, and thus I think healthcare is adopting it well. There are other areas, if you may ask, in the areas of training and simulation. While we hear that, that robotics and AI, they are doing the remote surgeries, right? So AI powered tools, they are able to definitely simulate surgical procedures, guided surgical procedures, if I may put it, and other medical repetitive tasks, thus allowing our healthcare professionals for their own skill development in a more advanced ways. So I think that is also one of the very pertinent area where we are seeing our customers investing and researching in the field of AI. Another very pertinent point is in the drug discovery and development life cycle, right? So there's a huge time which goes into that entire process of drug discovery and development. So the intervention of artificial intelligence, it is able to accelerate this drug discovery by analyzing millions of compounds, right, and predicting their effectiveness, thus reducing the overall cost, overall timeline. They are able to optimize the clinical trials, which otherwise would definitely take longer time, much longer time, and lot of human intervention. So I think here also we are seeing a lot of contribution with the support of AI. Then there are areas which we have all experienced in the COVID days, right? Remote patient monitoring. So with patients who were less critical, right, the hospitals were advising such patients to be to be taken care back in the comfort of their home. So remote patient monitoring through virtual assistants and AI powered chatbots, so they are also able to provide a more personalized care, thus reducing the cost and pressure on traditional healthcare settings. We have heard, and we are, I think many of us are using AI powered wearable devices like smartwatches. We do use glucose monitors, right? So these devices are also able to constantly monitor and track the health data of individuals and alert if there is any issue, and rightful intervention of the medical practitioners. So I think these are more or less some of the areas which I see where AI is being extensively used. There's a lot of potential. Another very important point, I think, which I was missing out, is and where we see these days we are seeing a lot of rise in mental disorders, right, in neurological and mental health. So AI powered tools are being deployed to
আজকে চলছে না, এটা দুটো গাড়ি চলছে।
Yeah.
so
Please go on mute if you're not talking. Thank you. Go ahead.
yeah, so AI, so such such tools are such AI tools are rightfully able to detect any early signs or neurological linked disorders, right, like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, or any kind of depression or mental illness, right, by analyzing the speech patterns, facial expressions, MRI scans, etc. So and take any right course of action accordingly. So I mean, the impact of AI in overall healthcare and life sciences, I think, has been immense. There's a lot of research work going on, and there is still a lot to harness, I believe. So very positively being acknowledged by the industry, and we are seeing customers being very positive about the intervention of AI, so with the use cases that we are delving in.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you for giving us that insight. So, yeah, we would like to connect the dots. Like we have got some, like you talked about mental health, etc. So we would like to hear more from Devatri around that, and also like we have got some pharma. Like maybe we can connect the dots from there as well. So now coming to Kaustubh, so AI is transforming the travel and tourism by enabling the hyper personalized experiences, smart recommendations that we all know that there are different websites who are giving a lot of smart recommendations and seamless counters customer service through chatbots and the predictive analysis. So this panel would explore how AI is redefining how we plan, book, and experience travel in an increasingly digital world. Now, to begin with, my first question to you, Kaustubh. Kaustubh, we have a wealth of experience now in the travel transportation industry where travel agents are the backbone, right? Needless to say. How do you see the
Mhm.
impact of AI in that field? Would AI make your life easier or difficult? What are the areas, right, you think you can leverage AI and the areas where still human intelligence is required? Would you like to help us understand more on that?
Okay. Thank you, Shubhabrata. Good morning to you, and a very good morning to all my fellow respected, panelists and all other audience. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Kaustav Das, founder and CEO of Green Step Habits. As my introduction has been already given by Shubho already, so now coming to your point, Shubho, how AI is impacting, or playing a role to the travel industry. Now, to understand this, let us understand the segment of travelers or tourists in this universe. Primarily, there are two kind of tours we cater in today's world. One is fixed departures, and another is the customized tours or the tailor-made tours. Now, the fixed departure means what? This is a group tour, already prefixed hotels, prefixed itineraries, prefixed duration of the trip, and prefixed food or meal, whatever. So these are basically a guests do not have that much of choice or modify to change according to their choice. This is Basically, senior citizen groups, they prefer this kind of group tours where, one tour guide or tour manager accompany with them, and the tour is being accomplished. Now, coming to the second option, this is like a customized tour or the tailor-made tours where guests can have the choice of, selecting hotels, selecting the days or the itineraries or what are the places they want to see, and selecting the vehicle also. So these are the customized one, and there the AI comes into picture and it is playing a major role. Now, AI in tourism is revolutionizing the way we experience travel, creating more personalized, efficient, and enjoyable journeys. AI powered tools are transforming various aspects of travel from planning and booking to in-trip assistance and post-trip analysis also. AI is significantly, impacting the travel agents nowadays by automating tasks, enhancing customer service, and providing the personalized experience. AI-powered tools are streamlining the booking, the itinerary planning, even the flight booking, the customer support, while also offering data-driven insights also for business optimization and marketing. Now, to elaborate this, we will discuss about some points like how AI is impacting. The first point is the enhanced customer experience. Like in this regard, there is a personalized recommendations. Like AI algorithms analyze user preferences, past behavior of the customer, and travel partners to provide tailored recommendations for the destinations as well as the accommodations, activities, and transportations. Chatbots and virtual assistants. So nowadays, chatbots are very much common in airline industry also, or in other hotel industry also. So these AI-powered chatbots offer instant customer support, answer queries, provide travel information, and even assist with the booking flights and hotels. A smart itinerary planning. So AI tools can create customized itineraries based on individual preferences, travel styles, budget, and streamlining the planning and the process. Like there are several, uh, travel, media there, or the AI powered tools are there where you can create your itinerary of your own. So that obviously, reduces the effort and the time also. So to enhance that, this is coming to a very, informative and helpful tool for all of us. Personalized pricing. AI algorithm analyze market trends and user data to offer dynamic and personalized pricing for flights, hotels, and other travel services. Facial recognitions. As we all know, nowadays we use, in airport we use Digi Yatra. So India has introduced this Digi Yatra that, this AI powered facial recognition is used for faster check-ins. So you need not to, stand in the queue for a long time. So you can go faster check-ins, security checks, and even to the personalized and overall travel experience. Now coming to the business optimization, the second part, the it is like a data-driven insights. AI analyzes vast amounts of data to identify trends, predict demand, and optimize marketing strategies, allowing travel agencies to make informed, decisions. Fraud detection, another point. Like fraud detection, yes, AI helps identify to prevent fraudulent activities, enhancing the security and trustworthiness of the travel bookings. So this is on another very vital factor nowadays. And revenue management, of course. AI optimizes pricing strategies and recommends optimal booking timings, maximizing revenue for travel agencies and offering competitive prices for the travelers. So this is also a very important factor. Now, coming to the third point is the operational efficiency. How it is, getting, helping our operational, work, day-to-day work. So To understand this, the first point would be the demand forecasting. Like AI analyzes the historical data, the market trends, and external factors to predict travel demand, enabling airlines and hotels to optimizing resource allocation and pricing strategies. Dynamic pricing, like AI algorithms help us to understand that, the real-time based on demand, the competition, and the other factors, helping travel companies maximizing the revenue and occupancy rates. And thirdly, proactive disruption management, that AI system monitor for potential travel disruptions and, like flight cancellations and offer alternative solutions in real time, minimizing the inconvenience for the travelers. So that is also very important nowadays. Now, what is the future trends? Future trends like hyper personalization, like AI will continue to refine personalized travel experience. That's what I told that these tailor-made itineraries. This AI comes a very important parameter, very important role to personalize the travel experience, anticipating needs and tailoring recommendations with increasing occupancy. And like examples, if I take for nowadays AI in travel, like chatbots, like platforms like Booking.com, Agoda, Klook, Kayak use AI-powered chatbots for customer service and booking assistance. Personalized itineraries like Trip Journey, Viator, Get Your Guide, Kayak, they provide these personalized, edible itineraries and in handling complex requests like multi-destination planning also. And visual search, if we look for that, some platforms use AI for visual search, allowing users to find accommodations and attraction by uploading images. Like Google Maps, all we use. So if we understand the hotel location, we can see the Google Map and can understand that this is the location of the hotel. And obviously, last but not the least, incredible India digital platform. Now India is getting digitally advanced. So India is getting digital. So this IIDP is uses AI to offer tailored experiences, real-time updates and suggestions for tourists. According to Forbes, AI will become 15.7 trillion industry by 2030, and the investments are projected to reach approximately 600 trillion dollar by 2025. So the impact of AI on the global economy is expected to be profound, contributing, significantly to its growth and transformation. In conclusion, what I can say is AI is transforming the travel industry by enhancing customer experiences, optimizing operations, and promoting sustainable practices. AI is not just a tool nowadays, but a driving force behind the future of the travel and making it more personalized, efficient, and enjoyable for everyone. So thank you.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you so much, Kaustubh. We would like to hear more from you in the round two, where we would like to understand the emotional part of it, right? The emotional connect part of it, right? Because it's a more of a, so far what we learned about is the kind of predictive analysis, etc. So where the travel agents are becoming differentiated, even in this trying time, right? Or with AI, right? So that we would like to hear in the second round. Thank you so much. Now coming to Dr. Debarti Chatterjee, AI is increasingly influencing the human behavior and the cognition by shaping the way we interact, make decision, and consume information. From personalized content to the emotion-aware system, AI can subtly guide our thoughts, attention, and even emotional responses, raising important questions around autonomy, bias, and mental well-being. Now, everywhere we are kind of getting biased, getting influenced by the AI. We have forgotten how to think, right? Every decision that we are taking, whether it is emotional or right rational decisions, those are kind of getting influenced by the AI. Now, if you go for a kind of book purchase, you are looking for the recommendation. You don't know what is there in the book, but you are getting driven by that emotion, that influence. If you go for a purchasing decision, that is also being influenced, right? Everything is becoming influenced. So my question to you, you have been working with the right this human sensing behavior for quite a lot. Now, how natural cognitive ability of human being are impacted by the AI? Because we have stopped right learning, we have stopped thinking, right? Now I see that many students, right? Like if I ask a question, right, without even trying, I mean, we used to try a lot before solving a problem, failing, learning, and that's the way we proceeded. But now they are becoming restless, they're losing patience, and they know that immediately they have in hand, right? Just go ahead and open the chatbot, put the questions, and try to get a ready-made answer. So what is your take on it? Is it really going to impact our natural cognitive ability? How are you seeing that?
Yes, Shubho. This is actually, see, I mean, AI has both potential benefits and drawbacks, as you mentioned, and as Dola and Kaustubh, they also mentioned. AI is very good to handle routine tasks, data analysis, or maybe a trend analysis, and in some cases, personalization, customization, and it also improves our efficiency and productivity. But having said all these, it is actually impacting our natural cognitive abilities also. So when we talk about cognitive abilities, those that can be broadly classified into two categories. One is cognitive skill, and the other one is cognitive trait. So skill is something which we need to learn, and which we need to practice more to be good at it. And there are some traits which we are born with, so like my emotional response, and what I like, what I don't like, my decision making capabilities, those are like traits. And skills are like critical thinking, and then problem solving. These are all skills which we need to learn and practice more. Now, with over dependency on AI, that actually lead to decline in these kind of skills. So mostly skills are very much affected, like critical thinking, creativity, and fundamental cognitive abilities like memory. Memory is another thing, like you know that with invent of this mobile phone and use of these, we use mobile phones a lot, so we usually right now don't memorize the phone numbers, we don't need to memorize them, so our memory is affecting. Similarly, with overuse of AI in every field, our long term memory and our short term memory both are being hampered. And another thing is our attention span. Our attention span is reducing a lot, that we can see in our next generation also. And statistics also say that yes, our attention span has reduced a lot, because within a few minutes we get lot of information through chat gpt and everything. Earlier, for getting an answer to a maybe a tough question, we had to read a lot of books, we had to go to library, we had to read 4, 5, 10 books, and then we got the answer. But now they can get the answer just within a minute using ChatGPT. So this kind of long-term memory and this problem-solving skills, those are getting affected a lot. And nowadays, people, they also do the coding and everything through ChatGPT. So yeah, I mean, these are making actually us very lazy. And so if it is a threat, I mean, if we don't use AI mindfully, we should balance the AI, and cognition is important. So we can give or let AI do the repetitive and boring tasks, and humans, they should focus more on the things that they matter. So these AI systems, they should complement us. They should not try to replace us. So yeah, and this overall, this over dependency on these machines and AI, it is actually also hampering our mental health. So this we are losing the human connect, and so it is becoming more and more what should I say, mechanized, and more and more robotic in nature. So yeah, those are very concerning, and I think it's a threat. I mean, threat if we don't use it judiciously.
Absolutely. Can't agree more on that. Yeah, definitely. Now, we would like to, and we are also seeing that many predictive analysis like these are like whenever those are algorithm based, where we are kind of losing out on the emotional part of it, right? The empathical part of it, right? So,
Yes,
how we
yes.
handle that. So, in the
Mm.
second round, I would like to hear more from those things. I would like to give some example and would like to hear more from you on those lines. So,
Sure.
moving on. Amitesh, so AI is driving significant transformation in the utilities by enabling the predictive maintenance, process optimization, and smarter energy management and other things. So, in this panel, we would like to explore how AI is improving the efficiency, reducing downtime, and paving the way of a resilient and sustainable operation. So, you have a vast experience as a delivery manager in the utility domain. Would you like to enlighten us, right, on some of the prospects of AI in those areas and how customers are embracing these?
Sure, Shubho. I mean, first of all, let me start with it's really an honor, to be part of this session and, this esteemed panelist, and I'm learning a lot. And and obviously, we have so many audience there, interested to know. It's really a good, environment to be in. So thanks for that. Now, coming to Shubho, your question, the way I would like to address it is basically, the challenges what we have in utility industries today, and then I'll try to map how AI is helping us.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
So, first point, if we think of a utility industry, my electricity, right? So I don't want to know who is really serving me. I just make sure what I need at the end of the month, my electricity bill should be low enough, right? It's a necessity for me, but I want my energy bill to be lowest possible. I don't want to spend much money on that, but I want a reliable service. I want lots of flexibility. I have greater services, right? So that's always been the challenge in the utility industry, and with the recent advancement, I'm not talking about AI, but in the recent advancement in utility industry, right? If I look at worldwide, there are different way we now generate electricity and different utility part, like we now have solar, we have winds, we have batteries, right? Distributed energy resources, energy can come from different sources. Sometimes it's been given by a distributor, but it can be your customers can also generate their own electricity, right? You can have a solar in your rooftop and you can generate, and if it is you're generating too much, you don't need, you can actually push it back to grid, so earning some money as well. I mean, the terminology which we use today is prosumer, right? It's producer as well as consumer, right? So these are the disruption currently happening in utility industry. Okay. Now, in the context of this discussion, in the AI discussion, now how AI is helping. So coming back to my point of lower energy bills, right? Now, as a customer, if I want to see my energy bills to be lower, and it's not a simple, uh, uh, where I'm only getting energy from others, I'm also generating. So there I need, lots of suggestions. How can I, reduce my bills? So what in the different market leaders, what they're doing, they're actually going through the pattern of how that customers' electricity consumptions are their historical patterns, what are the different appliances that customer has, and analyzing them with different AI tools, and then giving those suggestions as form of energy bills, right? So there, in energy bills, you don't see the different charges you are actually paying. You are also seeing what actually you're doing, where you can actually improve your energy bill amount. What are the different apparatus which you can stop, which you can turn on, and things like that, right? So it's basically giving you, the customer, the control on your energy bill, right? So in a way, you are actually making sure the customer stays with you while they always try to reduce the energy output. I mean, sorry, energy whatever they're consuming, right? So that's one way where definitely AI is helping the utility industry. Now, on the second side, for the industry, for the the operators, for themselves, they want to make sure the cost to serve their customers should stay low as well, right? I mean, they don't want to spend lots of energy, lots of additional resources, to make sure that they are actually giving a value to customer. Yes, they want to give a value to customer, but they have to make sure that their industry sustain, right? So looking at that, we have different assets now. We discussed about the distributed energy resource, batteries, and things like that. So you have to make sure those are plugged in when you are actually calculating, how much a customer is utilizing, right? So you need to make you have your own assets as well, right? So you have deregulated markets where you have different parties, which where they generate and you basically serve to customer. So there are different complex environments are there. Now to ensure the cost to serve is also low for the industries, there are better asset monitoring. So there are AI tools which is actually analyzing the past different patterns of how that asset is behaving, different parameters for that asset, and they are predicting when that asset is going to fail or how that asset is performing. Is that asset performing at close to 100% or not? Right, and when that asset will need a maintenance, so kind of predictive analysis of that, so that industries can actually uh, kind of distribute that load to another asset and make sure that asset is maintained properly, right? So that's in a way lowering their own cost, right? Lowering their own side of different investment they are putting. That's one point. Another point, the way they are trying to reduce their cost is to demand forecasting. Utility industries, again, worldwide, there are energy tradings are possible, right? So you can actually buy energy from others and then serve. Now, if you understand the weather up down better, you can hedge or you can buy energy in advance with a better rate from market. Okay, so those are the areas, again, if you can do that more efficiently, you can actually manage your own cost. So those are the different areas where they are trying to reduce the cost. That's second point. Third point, I would like to say the renewable energies. Definitely we have to be more green, we have to be sustainable. So there again, like we discussed, there are different sources. We have solar, we have wind, we have batteries, right? So in a way, we have to maintain our grids better. We have to make sure, okay, there are, wind production is less. I'm getting things from solar, so I'll utilize them. Maybe the wind tunnels need some, maintenance. So the way, I mean, I need to make sure that I'm utilizing those renewable energies, whatever I'm producing or I'm getting from other participant in the market, and I'm managing that to serve my customer more so that the green part remains same. The carbon footprint for me is getting reduced. So that's the third point. And the last point, what I'd like to touch is your outage management. Okay, so that's again, you can have, linking to the weather as well as the asset performance. So you need to make sure that you need to have your low bill, but you cannot get, you have to make sure you're delivering to your customer. There are life support customers, right? Because they're running on a, always on kind of medical instruments. So you cannot, hospitals, right? Airports, everywhere, everyone needs power. So we have to make sure that we are delivering to them. And to do that, we have to be more predictable to, understand when an outage is going to come and manage that very quickly, as much as possible. So with those things, I think, there are lots of promises, and there are industries, there are customers which they are focusing on to come up with a better strategy for their AI solutions, so that they can improve their market basically.
Absolutely. Can't agree more. So I would like to hear more from you in the second round, probably, right? How the electricity provider companies are also, right, doing their predictive analysis, because every year, if we see the summer, like the number of ACs are kind of, I don't know in which progression that is going up. So I'm sure they are also doing some predictive analysis accordingly, and that's how they are also setting up their thermal power stations, right? They're expanding their business on that area. So we learned about the consumer area today. I mean, just now. We would like to hear the other side, right, as well, like in the probably in the second round. So get ready for that. So thank you so much, Amitesh, for your enlightenment. Kaustav, so again, it's a kind of common name, just a difference between you and A, Kaustav and Kaustav. So Kaustav, like you have got AI is revolutionizing pharma marketing by enabling data-driven targeting, personalized engagement, and the real-time insights across the channels. We're navigating strict regulatory environment. So in this panel, we would like to discuss how AI is reshaping your strategy, enhancing the reach and improving ROI for the pharmaceutical marketing strategy. So you have a veteran in the pharma industry and where the MRs are the backbone, and how you have been having a lot of experience working with them as well. How do you see the impact of AI in that field, as a threat or as an opportunity? If opportunity, then could you please help us understand how the leadership team and the MRs can leverage AI for their work, target, performance, etc., which are very common word in the MR world. Over to you, Kaustav.
Thank you, Shubhabroto, and thank you for inviting me in this forum. Already, Dola has discussed a part of the pharma segment, that is research, Q&C, and drug development, drug discovery, etc. All these things. So I will take up from the actual core marketing and sales part, which starts from logistics and inventory management. So in logistics and inventory management, AI has got a certain role to play. AI can analyze millions of data stored for last few decades or more than that, and can understand in inventory management. So what is the actual demand versus supply chain? It happens in different states, in different seasons, in different months. The demand grows up or comes down. So sometime earlier, previously, we used to face some shortages of good. Like if a product hikes, a product sale hikes suddenly, then immediately we started facing the shortage part. But now AI is playing a role in many companies in this inventory management and logistics, and ensuring us the proper supply of the products almost up to 80% or 85%. So nowadays we are less suffering with the shortages, which is assuring us, or which is supporting us to go ahead with our targeted numbers and all these things. So as I am from hardcore sale, pharma sales and marketing are two different parts. Marketing is something almost in-house job. What data we provide, on that the marketeers plans a strategy and give it to us for implementation. So we are in implementation part. So for the marketing persons, what data we are giving, the scenario has changed a lot, because previously there were some loopholes because of the human monitoring of the data. Now, as the AI is getting used in this analysis, so strategies are getting more personalized. So in marketing part, AI is giving a lot of benefit to us in many companies, and the marketing persons, the marketing department is using AI on a regular basis. But in sales, still, as we are in hardcore sales. Once again, I am repeating. In sales, pharma sales, the data we collect is a bit raw, because it's a market data, and we use our experiences and in clinic conversations.
If I may interrupt you, so raw means you mean to say like it's a kind of unstructured data, correct?
Actually, these are
Yeah.
unstructured data, because the data we collect is through the chemist survey, that is called in our term RCPA, Retail Chemist Prescription Audit. So you can understand there are lots of types of prescription, and the chemists in the chemist shop, the person who is serving who are serving the medicines are not that literate or that skilled. So the data we get is maximum 60 to 65% having a perfection rate. On that basis, we apply our experiences, and with the in-clinic communications, we purify the data and we just get it done through our skills. So here AI in actual sales is not implemented yet, but yes, it can be implemented very well in future, because it can give us it can help us to personalize the doctor target audience, and to understand the doctor's prescription behavioral pattern, and can make us understand that what should be the target of product to customer target. And with the molecular targets, we can go ahead with AI in future. But yet, still till date, we are not having that application in sales. It has come up to marketing, but in sales, AI is not implemented as well. But it has got a huge scope to go ahead.
So it has got a huge prospect. Yeah, we would like to hear more
Yeah.
from you in the kind of round two on that, Kaustav. Thank you so much for that insightful elaboration of how the sales and the marketing works, how the demand supply works. So coming back to Debatri now, you are the person, I think you are the only panel here who is connecting dot to every area, because the emotional part is playing a major role. Now you just said like few minutes back that responsible and right ethical use of AI. That's the bottom line, correct? So we all can use a lot of chatbots and other things, but it does, I mean, they do have a lot of limitation, correct? They can only answer those questions which are being taught. But whenever it comes to the personalized experience, personalize your own problem, right? Those are failing. And it you keep repeating that, okay, I don't understand your question. Now, so point is, as we know, the human beings are pretty sensitive, emotional, and empathetic in nature. AI may add a lot of speed and optimization in the process and the system. But how you think AI can deal with this emotional connect, empathy, and feeling for each other?
See, I mean, nowadays, AI has been used extensively for emotion detection, sentiment analysis, tone analysis, and then respond accordingly. So, in all these chatbots and all, they do this natural language processing.
NLPs are
They
used,
try
yeah,
to, yes, NLP. They
absolutely.
try to understand the tone of the emotional tone from the text and then respond accordingly.
Correct.
And there is also facial expression decoding that is also there, that is also used. Earlier it was done by human annotators, but now AI can be used to do this kind of facial expression analysis and all. And then it can handle a person's special needs. Say, for example, the children with autism, they have been found to communicate better with robots,
Mm.
because the agent, they don't have any emotional outburst, or maybe they are very robotic kind of thing. So though m- children with autism, they communicate better with this kind of agents rather than humans. And also the persons, those have some problems in communicating with others, the persons who are shy by nature. So those kind of people, they also may be more inclined towards using these emotion sensitive AI systems. But we need to understand that these kind of systems, they can simulate empathy. It's all about what they have learned. So whatever training has been done, all the responses that they are generating, it is based on those trainings or learnings. Now this is a hugely data driven approach. So it cannot really feel the emotion, right? So it can only process and understand the emotional tone. But these emotions, these are very much person specific, The way I respond to a situation is completely different than you responding to the similar situation. My stress level, my context is completely different than yours. And also, the responses are very much context dependent. Say, the way I will respond in public is completely different the way I will respond in vicinity of my near and dear ones. So these kind of responses, these are very much person specific and context specific, and also is very much demography specific. In India, we respond to a particular situation or particular uh, what should I say, context in a different way than British, than Americans. So all these things are there, and it is not possible to train the AI system to learn all these responses. That's why these AI based emotion recognition systems and sentiment analysis, these systems, they perform very well when they are person specifically trained. Like, I train the system using my data, and then I'm testing on the same on my data only. That way, that time, it gives a very good accuracy. But when I train the system on my data and try to test on your data, it will not perform that well. Maybe some basic processing and basic understanding it will do. Yes, the
Absolutely.
person is angry, the person is sad, but that expression is also very much person specific,
Correct.
because that psychological basis or the biological basis is missing in the AI system.
Right.
So until and unless that thing is incorporated in the AI system, it cannot mimic a human response. So it
Absolutely.
will only, that is only unique to a human trait,
Correct.
how I respond. And I respond because my response will be different based on your emotional uh, state also.
Right.
If I feel that yes, you are very sad, my answer to your question will be different. And if I feel no, you are happy, my answer will be different.
Correct.
So those kind of human traits and human touch is not there in AI system yet. And I don't think it will be possible, that empathy and that emotional connect that is unique to a human. AI system cannot provide that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much. You are reassuring that, right, we are going to stay.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Kaustubh, coming back to you again. Now, these days, what are we seeing? That everyone is becoming travel agent on their own, right? So, based on the historical data, make my trip, giving suggestion. You fire a prompt in ChatGPT, you will get a complete itinerary for you. You select filter option, you get your best hotel option. Now, in this disruptive environment, how are you seeing the travel companies as a differentiator? Why should I go to you if I put it in that way?
Yeah. So very important point. Yes, definitely. AI is changing the world nowadays, and every aspect, like we were discussing in different industries. It is also impairing the travel needs, obviously, providing solutions, eases out the manual searching, everything. But at the same point in time, we should not forget that AI full form is artificial intelligence. And human only has created this artificial intelligence. So artificial cannot compete with the natural one. So artificial cannot beat the natural intelligence. So yes, we need to take this AI technology in positive manner, but at the same point, we should not forget that we are or we should not become the slave of the technologies, which I'm afraid we are gradually becoming. Uh, in our industry, yes, we are using AI tools in major segments like booking airline tickets, hotels, visa. Nowadays, the visas are, online, e-visas are going on. So e-visas are in a technology based, a portal based visa also we can have that. Uh, many more, services. But ultimately, what I feel that some human, should have the overall control over the AI technologies. And, at the same point in time, AI should not, overlap the human, the power, so that, we are becoming slaves and we cannot have the control of anything. And as, Deva 3 was mentioning that, it was the feeded questions that AI tool has the answers. They have those kind of answers that which it had been taught. If you are asking some, complex queries or, some personalized questions, it cannot answer. So, for example, like the personal touch, like when one tour is going on, some problem like room selection or the room problem is happening. So that point in time, AI cannot have the solution because AI has, they have helped to book the room, book the hotel, book the itinerary. That's it. And then if you have to, get back to some queries, then it would be a queue. Then AI will answer, and that cannot be the solution. These things happens. That personal touch is missing in the AI technology. If you, book through the AI chatbots or something, and the, travel itineraries, like changing itineraries also. Like people can tell that, I may not go to some places tomorrow. What I was planning. So we'll change the plan. So these things human can obviously, do the thing where AI will be failure on that. Like the trust building, like you ask that why you should come to me, not a AI chatbot or, AI supported tool, because you have the trust to a person that, this person will understand my needs and act and give the travel itinerary and the hotels according to your choice, the client's choice or the guest choice. So this analyzing power still human. I believe that human has more than the AI tools, because human brains are more efficient than any other machines. So obviously, and obviously, AI can tell you the exact location of the hotel, but they cannot say this is in the city center, or it is how far from the beach, or this room has the mountain view, or some other views. So these things, obviously, AI or any machine cannot give that kind of solution. AI has many limitations. Like obviously, one of the major limitation is the data privacy. So in tourism, often rely on the vast amounts of personal data, including travel preferences, financial informations, and behavioral patterns. So obviously, AI has a lot of limitations, which obviously we have to leverage. We have to go with the technology, but at the end of the day, we have to believe on the human resource, because we have many examples. Like one of my eminent customer, one of my eminent client, he was my repeated clients. Last time, in the month of month of May, he had thought that let me try not to go into Dreamscape, let me try of my own itinerary. He has gone to Europe, one of the Scandinavia part of Europe, and he has booked the hotel through Expedia, which is a very eminent booking platform. And now he has paid. He has paid because in this kind of platform hotels, I mean hotel websites, there are two options. One is that you pay before, or you pay after arrival, on the arrival. But he has paid before. Already the room has been paid. But now when he arrived in the hotel is saying that yes, no, your room is not booked, so you do not have any booking. Now what he will do? So he told that, okay, now give me that room, double room. They were traveling two of them. So hotel said that no, any double room is not, available right now. So he had to pay more for a, suite kind of room or four-bedded room, something family rooms, which was not necessary for him. So he had to pay extra for that. And then another incident happened in that tour only. They have booked some, train tickets from one place to another place, but the train has been cancelled. Now he had made the itinerary through a website called, Viator. It is a very popular, website of travel itinerary making. So now he had tried to contact Viator, but nobody had responded. And then he had to book another train ticket, and his itinerary has been disturbed. So these are the live examples where you know I think that AI definitely will help us to going forward, but ultimately the human intervention and the overall control should be there, so that we should not be a slave of the technologies, and uh, we would be like, we would see. Another thing is like, I have seen a movie called CTRL. It is Ananya Pandey movie, where she has to erase her boyfriend from her all the social media apps and all, and then she hired a AI support system, and finally that AI person has take the control over her life. So this is the danger. So this is the future danger for us. So we have to think of that. Obviously, technology we have to, take into the positive manner, but we have to take that, in that manner, that we should not be like a slave of the technologies. That's it.
Brilliant, brilliant. Right. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thank
So
you.
still we
Thank
are seeing a lot of silver lining, right? A lot of hopes that we are not going to be the slave of this technology. Fantastic.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Amitesh, coming back, right? Already I told you the question I'm going to ask you, that how are you seeing now the analysis, right? The demand analysis, right? The prediction, demand prediction there, because now because of this global warming, the weather is changing like anything, right? So and now, I mean, 20 years back also, right, having an air conditioning machine was a luxury, right? Now this is not this is no more a luxury, it's a necessity. Even in Bangalore, correct? So people who were staying in Bangalore were never dreamt of even like having a AC machine in their bedroom, but for those 2 or 3 months they are also now getting an AC machine. So how are you seeing these, right, as a potential, I would say, opportunity, right, for the electricity provider company, and how are they using it for the demand predictive analysis?
Okay. Interesting questions, Brother. Like, the way I mentioned from your, first question for me, that, utility industry, they have to make profit because they have to, stay in the market, stay in the business. However, they have to make sure the customers are happy with not only the service, the main point is low bill, right? So that's the challenge, So when we are talking about your AC is actually now, taking more energy, or the bill is coming high because of AC and different apparatus. It's a balance. So definitely in the market you will have different appliances, uh, which will give you different facilities and energy, producers and the retailers, basically, who are normally, in contact with the customer. They have to make sure that their analysis, the way the AI tool, or different business logics what they are using, those captures all different variations to that, in a way that they have to make sure that they're investing in capturing those data. So in a way that will have some investment of their, data management part as well, data breaks or data lakes and different terminologies also, these are different disruption, different technologies, which will obviously, I mean, in our discussion, we understand the data capturing and analyzing those data is a key part, right? Training the AI is a key part of the AI industry as well. So in a way, the energy providers, they have to make sure that they are capturing those data and they are actually feeding it back to their, AI tools they're using, so that they can help with their customer. Customer needs to have a feeling, the energy providers are not only interested in getting more money from you rather than we are trying to reduce it. And in a way, giving you different options. Like I said, that in the bill, we are now getting different options, different suggestions, right? IoTs, we are reading different devices and suggesting you're giving you apps. You can control your devices when you are not in home, right? So those are the controls. Energy industry, they are actually giving back to customer and giving them a sense of control that you are in charge of your own bill, right? So that's definitely there. In a way, again, in the industry, you have different sources of getting those energy, batteries, and things like that. Energy provider, they have to make sure they are being sustainable. They're using clean energy. Those are that there are mandates, right? And there are some mandates where they have to put more money into it, right?
Absolutely.
To get a wind tunnel and all these things built somewhere, right? So those are also disruption going into that industry. But in a way, they have to make sure that customer can control their own apparatus in a way to reduce the electric consumption and make sure the relationship between customer and the electricity companies remains good, like better marriage, I'd say.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Kaustav, coming back to you again, right? Uh, how AI is helping you, right, on your day in, day out work. Like as you said, predominantly your job is to, right, explore sales and finding out the new operating zone where you can expand the, right, your business. So how is it helping you to identify the new operating zone, right? Because you already said that it's all about demand and supply, right? Demand is coming and you have to, right, I mean, you have to go and explore the new areas, right, where you can probably expand this business. So how is it going to help you, or the maybe, I mean, you are a kind of leadership team, but how is it going to help you and the AMR to select or find out or analyze the new area of your promotion? Would you like to give some insight around that?
Shubhabrato, actually, selecting the new markets, in selecting the new markets, what we use is uh, once again the money feedback from our stock points, that is a distribution channel. So there AI has no role. AI can, in our field, AI can be utilized in few limited aspects,
If
as
if
per
I
my
may
knowledge
just
goes.
if I may just rephrase your question, at this point, still we are not seeing any role, right, played by AI. We don't know like
I
where
don't,
is it going to go.
no, maybe it is
Hmm.
possible that in future AI can take up, but
Right, right,
right now at this point, you have rightly told. Okay, at this point, we are not having that support, and we don't need that support actually. But yes, AI can
correct,
help. AI can help us in some different places. That
right,
is one thing is for preparing the targets, which is very
correct,
common term in sales.
right,
So AI can analyze the last few years sales trend and
correct,
product wise trend and help us to fix up a target. But once again, as my other panelists have already told, that human touch is very much required, because our business depends not only on patients, on doctor, but also on seasons. Like in
correct,
this year, monsoon has come early,
right,
so the seasons are changed. When monsoon is delayed, our season gets changed.
correct,
So in that case, if we take the support of AI to fix up the target completely, then AI will give me analyze last 10 years data and give me a target. But that may not be applicable if it is a question of this year.
right,
So once again, human touch and human intelligence is more needed than AI in sales field,
correct.
because actually as we are working with the humans,
Hmm.
our main resource is human. We have to deal with them,
Right,
and they are coming from different segment, different family structure, different academical qualifications.
hmm,
The MBA persons are also there, and simple arts graduate
correct,
or non-graduate sometime are also there.
right, absolutely.
So we have to go by the human.
And sometimes they know much better than on the ground reality,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And the
yeah.
kind of
It it
MBA
it
guys,
it it, it,
absolutely,
it depends on the an experienced MR is better than a chatbot for me.
correct, correct,
He gives the perfect data. He is having his territorial knowledge, which
exactly,
is more helpful than my artificial intelligence. But yeah, in call scheduling, we can use AI very well,
Right.
and we can personalize communication with the doctors about their prescriptional behavior. We can use AI
Mm-hmm.
in some time, but it also changes very rapidly.
Mm-hmm.
Today, you are seeing that this doctor is prescribing very good. He's a very good prescriber of molecule X.
Mm-hmm.
Next month, you can go and see that he has changed the molecule to molecule Y.
Right. On a lighter note,
So,
Kaustav, I have a interesting question
Mhm.
for you. Will this AI
Mhm.
be help to decipher the doctor's handwriting better than the kind of person who is sitting on the sitting in the pharmacy?
Nowadays, doctor is knowing this problem, and now many consultant doctors are using electronic media, e-media,
Right,
for
right, right.
prescribing, and they are just signing out because they
Correct.
know that there are issues with their handwriting. But one thing I'd like to share, Shubhabroto, that because of as we are dealing with human disease and
Right,
personalized things very
right.
much close, because disease is something a weak point of a person.
Correct.
Many times they try to hide it out
Mm-hmm.
from a. So data privacy is very much needed to
Correct.
use AI.
Correct.
And second is the governing system.
Right.
So I'd like to share with you something, that there is a report, Deloitte report, published last year. Okay, it says only 30% of the pharma projects supported by AI has passed the pilot stage. So
Wow.
70% is the failure,
Mm-hmm.
and that is just because the trust issue and the governance issue.
Correct.
So as we are dealing with the most weak part of the human,
Correct.
that is disease.
Right.
So here, data privacy, the people don't want to tell us in details. So how can we get the data?
Exactly. Exactly.
So AI can be useful in pharma sales also, but with a very limited opportunity. I think, with my experience, maybe in future it will be proved wrong.
Right.
But as
Right.
on date, in pharma sales, still human intelligence is playing a better role than artificial
Good.
intelligence. That
Good.
I must
Good. Good. Very promising thought. Thank you so much. So, yeah,
say.
actually, like purposefully, I just reoriented the kind of the order because now we are having our last speaker for today, right? Dola, coming back to you. Life science and the healthcare directly deals with human life, and there are many other aspects which kind of course are also connected, like data privacy, etc. People do not want to share, right, their data, right, their diseases, etc., etc. So, how are you seeing the AI adoption as at risk? Also, based on the recent trend, to what extent customers are embracing these new changes? If you can enlighten us.
Yeah, very pertinent question, Shubhabroto, to kind of close the session, right? So yes, I think a lot is being said in the discussion today about data and how important or how dependent, these AI models are on the data. So as we all know, and are hearing today, that the AI models are only as good as the data they are being trained on. So anyways, any poor quality data or incomplete data may produce false positives or false negatives, which may lead to misdiagnosis or delayed diagnosis, and definitely have a serious consequence on the patient. So rightfully said that that it does, AI is definitely having a a profound effect on the human lives. But I would say that it is still not a reason for complacency, because that itself is driving a lot of research and innovation, right? So organizations are actively investing in R&D to harness the AI's potential, to ensure that the benefits that are there, with minimal risk, right? So we have been hearing so far, in research, that earlier the experiments were done in vivo. So there is a shift from traditional in vivo kind of experimentation, where the experiments were done directly on living organisms, and then to in vitro kind of approach where experiments were done in artificial environment, to now I think it is more of in silico methods, where which is more computer based approach, like digital twin technology, or generative AI, which is becoming very prominent, if you may ask, in life sciences and healthcare. And that is that is how the entire patient care and drug discovery is revolutionizing. So this AI powered digital twin technology, which also we are hearing a lot, it is able to create a accurate and very replicable care with minimized intrusion or risk. While the element of risk on human lives is definitely there, but that is not a reason to stop harnessing AI. So those are the positive side. But yes, AI adoption definitely poses a lot of risks, as my fellow panelists have touched upon today. I think data privacy is a important area in almost every industry, right? And even in healthcare, if you see these AI models and AI systems, they rely on a large data set which contains sensitive patient information, and that definitely raises concerns about data breaches or misuse of data. So it is so very important to have a data security, proper and robust data security measures, and clear regulatory guidelines for a safe, ethical, and responsible usage of data. So that is very important. And then another point is, I think, algorithmic bias, which I believe Debatri did point out, that the data set that you are feeding into the AI model, so that should avoid any kind of algorithmic bias, right? So as to avoid any unfair or discriminatory outcomes. And last but not the least, I think the element which everybody pointed out, that the human touch is here to stay, and it is very important. So the issues with dehumanization of healthcare are to be very critically, thought about. That while AI can automate tasks, they are able to bring in a lot of efficiency, but the increased reliance on AI driven system will bring in a more machine centered approach to care, right, to healthcare. And uh, it will have a tendency to overlook the emotional aspect, the psycho emotional aspect of patient well-being. So patients may feel themselves more as data points, right? They may feel less valued or supported if they feel that everything is being monitored and done through AI. So the human empathy and understanding will be completely missing. So I think these are the very important points where we are seeing the customers deliberating a lot. So while there is a lot of advancement, but yet again, the adoption is slow. There's a lot of research work definitely going on, but yes, the adoption is slow. And But there is a lot of a good role of artificial intelligence, as we see in healthcare, and it is not just to speed and efficiency. I think artificial intelligence is here to help science in help science see better, choose better options, and I believe serve the humanity in a better way. That is how I would like to put it.
Thank you so much. So we heard from right all our eminent panelists. So just one request, we are running over time. So just one request. My daughter has requested me to give her just 2 minutes. She submitted a paper last year, right, as a project, and how AI can be used in ophthalmology for the eye surgery. So she would like to just take 2 minutes of time to share, and then I'll conclude the session. Over to you.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to speak here. So, thinking on advancements in medical sciences for treating eye disorders, very firstly, I'm reminded of my grandmother's challenges with limited treatment options in her times, often relying on glasses and risky surgeries. Compared to today's modern methods, simple treatments like cataract surgery and laser surgery took longer recovery times with less predictable results in those days. Now, AI in today's world plays a huge role in ophthalmology and eye surgery, from analyzing the images of the retina to localizing the exact position of the abnormality on the surface of the eye. It helps in pre-surgical planning by creating live 3D images of the patient's retina for the precise laser placement, accessing the size and depth of the defect. Now, human eye is an extremely vital and delicate organ, and it is particularly important for the delicate regions of our eye, like the macula and fovea, because even the slightest of the mistakes can lead to blindness. Coming to how it helps during the surgery, AI systems have been integrated into surgical microscopes in many hospitals to alert the surgeon if the instrument gets too close to sensitive areas, and also to track and adjust the eye movement based on the exact coordinates of the area of defect in the eye. We all know thousands of years back, during the times of Mahabharata, Dhritarashtra, the blind king, relied on his minister Vidur for guidance. And Vidur acted as Dhritarashtra's eyes in court, providing him with crucial advice. In real life nowadays, modern medical sciences and technology have become a crucial in treating eye disorders. So, seeing the great role of AI and virtual reality also in giving eyesight to the visually impaired, it seems like AI has become the modern day Vidur for many Dhritarashtras. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. So with this, right, I would like to conclude with a very interesting remark that I was hearing somewhere. There is a interesting line. We compete with AI. Now, is it really that we are competing with AI? Is it the right preposition we use? So we are never competing against AI. Rather, we are going to compete better leveraging AI. So it is not that AI which is going to control us. Rather, we are going to control the universe in a much better way, faster way, in an optimized way, leveraging AI. Thank you so much, everyone. And we'll have a lot more sessions coming up. Thanks. Have a good rest of the day. Bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Shubha.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shiva.
Nice.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Shubha.
Thank you.